We're back.
We're back. In fact, we've come back so hard that we went back in time a little bit.
But only a little bit.
Yeah, only a little. For instance, I haven't talked to this wind-up toy yet.
Ah.
You know what? I'm gonna let you talk to him.
Yeah, that's a
Since
good idea.
Yeah, since you need persuasion.
Alright, let's see. Wind up toy.
The box hops and dances as if an energetic toad lives within it. A large key protrudes from the side.
Whiskey.
Die, Isbiel! The swaying toy sports a grin so evil it might have spawned from the void itself. But it's not the smile that disturbs you most. It's the ominous ticking of the mechanism beneath.
Nice.
Okay. The doctor's plan. Hide in wedding cake. When dessert time came, go boom! Goodbye, Isbiel. Oh? Oh. In that case...
It's gonna explode. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Well, I still like that better.
Yeah, me too. Too many body parts.
Yeah.
Prisoner. Poor soul.
Hmm. Ah, yes. The murder room. Or
Murder.
whatever. Hey, where's the fun?
Upstairs.
But what if we need him?
He'll show up when the time is right.
Oh god, he's like the fourth party member in Final Fantasy II?
Yeah.
Or no, he's like Shadow from Final Fantasy VI.
Oh,
Just
that's
comes
even
and
more
goes
accurate.
as he pleases. Yeah. Okay. I just finished eating. I'm going to go wash my hands and I'll be right back.
Right. Okay. Hmm. I don't know. That's locked too.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So, hell's this room all about?
Looks like some kind of experiment torture room.
Did you just hear that violin?
Uh-huh, I sure did.
Was that prompted by something?
No, that's just a part of the music.
Okay. Did you play this piano?
I touched it.
Do you think these, like, gross tubes coming out of it or act like a pipe organ?
I was kind of wondering that, yeah. What it made me think of.
Barsten tongue?
Barsten tongues. With a
Why does that
broken
sound
loop.
sounds familiar. Who's Barsten tongues? He's silenced.
Wet eyes, red face, soiled garb.
Who is
The dwarf
Barsten
suffering a void in
tongues?
his body and soul. He opens his mouth to speak, revealing a gaping darkness where his tongue should be.
Gaping darkness.
The
No,
dwarf's eyes
don't
widen in
Don't
grace.
touch the dwarf.
He blinks, yet no tears fall from the pink goo that's collected in the corner.
Ew.
His lips part. Drool trickles from his lower lip, but he speaks no words, and there is no meaning to be found in his formless throat burbles.
Damn.
Okay.
Dumb by the look of things.
Can we help?
I don't know if we have a heal
Silence.
for silence.
Yeah. Well, what? Let's see. Okay. We give him like, well, we can let him out. Here. Ahoy, matey. Oh, you know what? He's a dwarf. The rule of this game tells me that Beast knows every dwarf.
Yep.
Oh, wait. No, no, no. I know who this is. I think. I think I know who this is. I think this is the guy who gave you that first loot
Yeah,
on
that's what
Fort
I was
Joy.
thinking. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh. All right. Oh, you got mixed up in something.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Jahan.
Oh, Jahan. Oh
Mm-hmm.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Can you not talk to him? Do we need to open it?
In
Oh,
the
I can't.
squalor of
Okay.
these hellish surroundings, you spy a lone, bewildered figure.
Who's there? So dark. Step in from the shadows. Losa, bless the sight of you. The demon, Adramalik. Too powerful. Possessed. Kill it
I
if you can.
want to
I
poop on
pray
him.
for you, Losa.
Damn it.
Yes. A newfound silence. Sweet absence of agony. The 1,000 teeth are gone, gnawing at the mind and heart. I faced the hell scarcely to be imagined. But you, Torchbearer, led me out of the dark. You are stronger than any demon, Losa. You always were. Thank you. Bless you. You did what I could not. After such a feat, it cannot be denied. You are worthy of divinity. I must depart for the Lady Vengeance. There I can recover. Go claim the power of the gods, and do unto the void as you did unto the demon. Only you can. I will pray for you, now and when divine. Here I am, Losa. Meet your first worshipper.
Well, let's chill out because I don't think we're gonna.
Seriously. Mm-mm, no.
I
Sorry to
don't think
let
we're
you
gonna do
down,
it.
buddy.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do kind of a democracy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
all right with you. If that's something we can do. Gonna do a just in case. Ooh, we gotta.
We can go even lower.
Yeah.
Artifacts protected by magical shields.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 2 of these skill books now.
Cool.
Apathesis skill book. You take the first step towards godhood. The cost of all your source
Yeah.
skills is modified by 3 source points. All primary attributes increased by 5. Requires polymorph 5.
Yes.
You have it?
I have a skill book for it. I've never used it.
Okay.
This display case is open. Okay.
Good find.
I'm gonna eat this severed head.
Good idea.
It did nothing.
Good find.
Oh, fun. Um, this does something. Hmm.
All these display cases can be unlocked, but they're also clearly sealed
Uh,
with magic. Something.
Ancient loot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll try to pick one. Can't be picked. Ooh. This would be... This would be weird if this actually works, but... No?
Nope.
Locked. With magic.
Maybe we'll find a way to unlock it. Down there.
Yeah, down below.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's okay. I think it's just... The whole time?
Yeah. Oh, don't close it. Walk into it. Open it back up. Go down there. Ladder. It's right there. Come on. There you go. Real nasty down here.
I think we should not move that barrel.
It appears like we shouldn't.
Unless we must.
That's also possible.
Hmm. Oh, it's grounded. Okay. Okay. Anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh, odoriferous letter.
What's that about?
To the good doctor at the Black House. Kind sir, I know I risk chewing out from the boss if he finds out about this, but I got nowhere else to turn. A father of a sickly child is as desperate as they come. My lovely daughter, my sweet peach, grows nearer to death. Her head's as hot as a blacksmith's coals, and her limbs are as limp as dead fiddle ferns. I beg you, sir, go to her in driftwood, spare an elixir, or a simple modicum of your expertise. I would be forever in your debt. B. Ah. Barston tongues, I presume.
Yep, probably.
Okay. Well. So is this just a Barston room?
I guess I don't see anything else to do here.
Okay. Well, let's leave. Maybe go talk to Barston? Sounds like I'm saying Boston in a weird way.
Yeah.
Healed him. Didn't do anything.
Hmm.
I blessed him. I didn't do anything either. Alright.
Hmm.
Sorry, Barston.
Yeah.
I give up. So there's definitely some stuff in here.
You know what? I just got an
Oh,
idea.
What's that?
Gonna give it a try. I noticed that the one display case that is open has electric blood under it, so maybe these open with electricity.
Hey. That's a good idea, actually. What if you make it rain blood first?
Yeah, let me try that.
Maybe it's specifically electric blood. There it
Ooh.
is. Hell
Just
yeah.
blood.
Oh, just blood.
Yep.
Okay.
The mortal
There.
remains of Duel the Dark Stranger, possibly.
Oh. And then blood goes away. Okay. Cool.
Ancient
Well.
scroll.
Is that
You
the
don't recognize
scroll?
every word written upon the scroll, but a shiver runs down your spine as you look through it, as if the runes themselves exude the power of the magic they describe. I'm terrified. Okay, let
Oh.
me take it. Well, I guess all it does is just terrifies me when I read it. That doesn't help me at all.
Maybe there will be a situation where it will help.
Maybe. I will
Oh.
keep it.
Why don't you pop the rest of these open? I'm dying to know who Kevin is.
I know, right? Hoping that would spread farther.
Yeah, seriously.
Unlock one, lock the other. Not the cleverest of magic. Irritating, though.
The lute of Borislav, the legendary bard.
Let me try using it.
Yeah.
Guess I don't feel like playing a song. Okay.
I guess not. You got all that out of your system. With him at our helm, we are as prosperous as we are safe. Each of the 7 lords enjoys his or her own preeminence, but all act in service to the king's design. Each in their place, each in service of the whole. What could be more natural? That is all that is in that book.
Nice.
Alright, Kevin, what are you all about?
Wind-up toy skill book.
Yeah, it's a scoundrel, right?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it locked to this one. It's a transfer. I guess.
I think the damn thing's closed for good.
Oh. Oh, that's what he was saying. Unlock one, locks the other.
Yeah.
Well, these seem like okay, but not like exceptional in any way.
Uh-huh.
Fun.
Gotta
runs
find just
away.
gets away.
He's like, nope, I'm out.
God, you went all the way upstairs.
He's like, I'll watch from up here. Where it's safe. Presumably.
The rakish armor of Lord Ruini, he whose footsteps never touch ground.
Oh,
Oh, there's signs. Oh, wait, we can read these?
yeah.
I can't read them.
The mesmeric tome of
Oh, here we
Lady
go.
Pautieni.
Mesmeric. Can you
Kevin
read
just
this one?
can't be read. Nope.
Can't read the poker face on that guy. Not that, you. Oh, come on.
The lute of Boris Young, the legendary bard.
What was in this one?
The mortal remains of Sar Balis.
Mortal remains of Sarbalis.
The mortal remains of Dul the Dark Stranger. Possibly.
That said possibly. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I did.
But he said possibly, right?
I'm pretty sure you did.
Okay. So we're clear.
Well, all right then.
Mm-hmm. Hey. Well, let's get the fuck out of here.
That's a good
How
idea.
about that? Yeah, this place is it's gross. Hmm. These nurses left spirits behind.
Oh.
Or at least some of them. Too real, ghost. Too real.
What ghosts say?
It was a ghost of a dead patient. And he was looking at his dead body strapped to a table, and he said the doctor paid him a lot of money if he said he could study his body after he died. And he pointed at a small gray lump in his chest, and he was like, that's the thing there. That's what did me in. Doesn't look like much, does it? Huh.
Hmm.
I was like, too real.
Yeah, seriously. Alright, well, thinking we're probably done in here.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, if Door will let us. Excuse me, Door. I am leaving. Okay, good. Door has been rendered inert. Oh, door is closed behind me. Nah, door is just door. So what now?
That
It's
is a
been
question.
a little while. I don't really remember. Huh. There's another barrel on top of one of these things. Hold on. Need a damn mystery.
Rubbish.
Where are you? Oh, down there.
I feel like
I've spotted something.
this is like a teleportation thing. Like you put an object in and it would appear in the other one or something.
I'll take a look once I'm over there.
But we destroyed the other one, so not really too much point in worrying about it, I guess.
Yeah. Hello, squirrel.
Greetings! Have you come for miracle? Do you need fixing from the doctor man? The doctor is in, doctor is in, doctor is in, he's in. He has the tricks, the gifts, the healing ways, the dealing ways, the dark ways. The doctor. He treats, cures, helps, haunts the sick, the ill, the needed disease.
I found something.
You found something.
It was a grave.
Here lies some anonymous soul.
Oh, hey, I've got something for you.
Oh. Money, static, cloud arrow, ocean. Okay. Well, do we go to the church? Or the cathedral or whatever?
I guess that's next.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fawn.
What'd you do to a fawn?
I dropped a treasure chest on him by accident.
Fawn. As long as you let her treat you like this, it's gonna keep happening.
Maybe you shouldn't have been standing under my treasure chest.
Yeah. What about that, a fawn? Nothing to say. I see.
Maybe. He should just be careful where he stands.
Ah. Your poor whipping boy.
You ended my suffering.
I did?
What did you?
This ghost
Oh.
just appeared in front of me.
Cool.
I am a projection of the spirit.
Oh, it's the
that I
tree.
was. The
Oh.
demon is dead. I
Nice.
am no longer his slave. You have my gratitude, and in recognition of all that you've done, I shall give you the spirit of an elven morning star. Made of pure source, it will pierce your enemy's armor. I know you shall use it in the service of good. Fare you well, demon slayer. Fare you well.
Okay.
Okay.
Sick. Is it cool?
I'll look in a moment. Got rewards ultimate amulet.
Ultimate.
Ultimate. It's
Cool.
384 magic armor, plus 2
Okay.
constitution, retribution,
Okay.
plus 1
Okay.
pyro, plus 1 summoning, plus 1 bartering. Yeah, it's okay.
Sounds pretty ultimate. Guess.
But it sells for 7,000 gold.
I have so much money.
Yeah. 13 toes sandals. That's for
Toes
intelligence.
sandals?
Yeah. These are better gloves than what I'm wearing. Let me take those. We buy an ultimate amulet. Alright, let's see what this morning star is about. Ghostly morning star. Two-handed mace. 119 to
Damn it.
124 piercing. It only does piercing damage.
Well, I mean, that is cool.
Yeah? It's unbreakable.
Too bad. Too bad none of us use two-handed weapons.
Yeah. Plus 25 cleave damage and plus 15% life steal.
Damn.
Hmm.
Thinking about respecking?
Do I really need to respec?
No, I guess not. You know, you don't really use many skills that require your shield, right?
Only the bouncing shield, and I use that sometimes.
Yeah. So, yeah, then no, you don't need to respec.
But I have a really, really good shield right now. So it's my Death Wish shield. I might wanna not.
Hmm.
You can have it if you want it.
The shield?
No,
Or
the
mace?
mace.
No. Nah, Beast is built around shielding.
Yeah.
He's like retribution. Style.
Ooh. Cannibalize skill book. Destroy an allied summon or totem receives their current vitality, physical armor, and magic armor.
Hmm.
Interesting.
What is that, necromancy?
Yeah. Pretty sure about it. Actually, it's summoning. Summoning 3.
Oh. Nice.
You're welcome to it if you want it.
Yeah, give it a beast. Jeez.
Hmm.
I like my men the way I like my cheese. Thick.
Whoa. Is 72 to 75 physical good for a combat dagger right now? Or is that nothing?
72 to 75. It's okay.
I guess that's actually going to depend. No, that's the same.
Yeah, it
Okay.
depends on everything else. Why maybe she said rich and not thick?
Hmm.
That would
maybe
sense.
make a little bit more sense.
I don't know about many thick cheeses. I mean, I'm sure there are thick cheeses, but not that people would use the word thick as the primary word to describe them.
Yeah.
I like a thick cheese. I find it pairs well with a Bordeaux. Thick cheese and a thin wine. She came into my office, legs from her neck all the way down to the floor.
Oh no!
Offered me a case that stank like thick cheese on a hot day. Okay.
Okay. She definitely said thick.
She did?
It
Hey, she
definitely
changes
sounded
up
like.
what she says. She said black and blue one time,
Oh.
but maybe she says thick.
The lore master's house.
How come she's refusing to shout about it now?
Right?
Shout about your cheese, damn it. Well, we broke her.
Well,
Oh. See that? She just keeps saying that. Stop saying that. Do you remember why we were supposed to go to this wedding?
I don't think we needed to. There was just an invitation that that someone
No,
lost.
the one guy from Driftwood, the dwarf, told us to come here because the person here would be able to question marks. And that's where my knowledge stops.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you know what? This place is so full of dead bodies, we gotta go in there.
Yep.
I'll pick this lock. I'll save and then I'll pick this lock. Everyone be cool. Everything's fine.
On such a lovely day.
Okay. Everyone's dead. Question mark?
Hmm. Carriage chest key.
Okay. The cake. You don't think there's an explosive in there, do you?
Very possible.
Okay. Steward's key. Unusual looking brick. Ah. And a letter. Court is convened. The sewers are hardly an ideal location. Okay. Right. So that's just a letter from Isbiel. So I guess we would have come here first.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza? Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah. A thick cheese. Okay. Well,
Can I get a save?
yeah. Oh, for the cake. Oh. Oh.
They're
Oh.
alive, and they look hostile. Time to
Well.
play.
Is this something we
Wow.
want to do?
They have 40 hit points. Let's just kill them.
Oh,
Maybe they'll get
okay.
good experience. Tell me where the hole's at. Nice.
That was a productive turn.
Thanks. Too easy.
What is happening
Okay.
right here?
Oh.
Haven't we seen enough tragedy today?
Oh.
Hi.
Hello, Protector. Hello. Yeah.
He considers the wreckage surrounding the X-cake. Understanding dawns.
That cake, it came from the doctor
Of course it
with a
did.
letter of congratulation.
Hmm.
It was truly a magnificent sight, but the wedding was cut short before we could even slice it. Voidwoken, sabotage, bad cake. You'd think someone had it in for our little lady.
Well. I think we're
Can't really
fine.
blame you. I don't want to appear disloyal,
but as dwarfen weddings go, this one had a tad more blood than usual. A tad.
Oh. This guy. You're Squire Kendrick. I don't need you. Auntie Flan is legal. Hey, don't worry about it. It's legal. Ah.
Yes, thank you for coming. Indeed, it would have been a beautiful ceremony if only... Dark times. Dark times indeed. Safe home to you now.
He quickly turns away and casts a worried gaze around the room, counting something on his fingers.
I'm afraid I don't know any. Lohar, you say?
Of course, persuasion.
Lohar. I know the guy all right. I knew his father kissed my arse and his mother shove off.
Ross flashes a satisfied grin.
You talk to him.
I'll talk.
I don't know.
Well-dressed
I don't know
dwarf
why I
paces
talk to
swiftly
anyone.
around the room, overseeing the packing of trunks. He gives you a cursory glance, worry etched on his face.
Yes, thank you for coming. Safe home to you now.
He quickly turns away and casts a worried gaze.
You don't
around
even
the
know
room,
about Lohar.
counting something on his
I
fingers.
don't know about Lohar.
You've been proven a friend to Duna's spawn. So from one friend to another, I say, get out of Arx. Leave it far behind and never look back. I can't say why, but trust me, just do it. All right, look, just get out of Arx. Leave it far behind and never turn back. I can't say... Say what you like, do what you like. My lips are sealed. If Her Majesty found out I... Oh, shite.
Mikhail bites his lip in an effort to keep it from flapping further.
We're both busy people. Why don't you get busy somewhere else while I stay busy here?
Okay.
Hmm.
But what about this?
What about Lullabelle?
Sorry, who? Okay. Okay.
Can't talk now.
That'll be fine. Oh. I see.
Let me go talk to Lullabelle.
Well, there's a portrait and everything.
You've come to
That's
serve,
quite a
yes?
portrait.
Excellent. Bring me my slippers. Chop chop. Aw, it's always so adorable when the peasants pretend they have lives of their own.
Okay. What's up with the pig? Alright. Big chest, though.
Anything good?
Nothing. No. Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Good idea.
I don't know what's going on. I think I think I made the connection that it was. Oh, it's that girl, Sahela, the blind elf we rescued.
Oh, where? Where did you go?
Like across the water over here.
Oh, oh. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think Lohar sent us here to talk to him so that he could tell us about Isbiel and the death fog, most importantly. But we've resolved
Yeah.
that already.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to the girl.
Yeah.
Those flames! Gods!
The great thing about this game is I don't have to know the best way to get somewhere. I just click on it and they'll figure
Yep.
it out.
Exactly. Hi.
The elves suffer, but the elves still stand. You have not seen
Oh,
the end
okay.
of us.
Hello to you
The
too.
mother stands tall. The war of the races approaches. The elves shall stand. You shall not see the end of us.
The race war. I don't like that. You
She's
talk
probably
to her.
not gonna be happy to see me.
The mother stands tall. The elves are prepared. We must listen to her. The mother mourns you, Scion. You hurt her. She bids me tell you that you should reach your goal. You must remember us. Remember your kin, Sabil, when the time comes. Save us from ruin. War is coming. We shall harrow the earth with the blood of humans, lizards, and dwarves, and from it a new forest shall grow.
No, that's not what's happening.
A forest you will plant, Sabil.
I wish people would stop telling me what I'm gonna do.
Right.
I'm not doing shit. I'm gonna go kick this bitch's ass, and then I'm gonna chill out and sit
Yep.
back and retire and let everyone else handle shit.
Yep. Okay. So where is this church?
I think it's just to the north, yeah? Oh, this man has fucking skill books.
Yep, the cathedral.
Nice.
I pledge my life, O Lucian. Please return.
I've spotted something.
I pledge my life, O Lucian.
I pledge my life. Oh, Lucian, please return.
I pledge my heart, oh Lucian, please return.
Everyone stop pledging things.
I pledge my life, oh Lucian, please return.
My life, Lucian. I pledge my life. Please return.
You guys are creeping me.
Oh, Lucian.
Creeping me right
too.
out. But, you know what? That's church.
Lucian.
Yep.
He doomed us all when he adopted baby Damien.
Okay,
Done
so...
in his place.
Do you remember... anything?
Was there someone here we needed to talk to?
I think this... I want to say that there was something about, like... a certain statue that there's a lever or something.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be like buried under this place, right?
Well, yeah, so there's like something called the Path of Blood. Oh, here it is. Oh!
Blood.
I see. So,
Greetings. Have you
Hi.
come to join us in the endless prayer?
Brother Lyle.
hello, Brother
Or do
Lyle.
you wish to walk the path of blood? Lucian's day wouldn't be the same without the faithful gathering to petition for his return. The more voices that join our cry, the better. Ah, the path of blood is a more advanced form of pilgrimage. I would not advise it unless you believe yourself to be free from sin. And trust me, none are free from sin.
I've
The path
never
of
even
blood
once
ends in
stolen.
death for those who attempt it. Consider yourself warned. It was Lord Ahu's creation. He is the crypt's keeper, of course, and oversaw the construction himself. He couldn't have done it without the help of Sanders, though. Quite a talent for engineering, that one. Spends most of his time tinkering with toys nowadays. Such a pity. But that's the sign suggests that if we pray hard enough...
Okay. Alright, is my necklace full? Yes. Let me put that on.
So, what we really need to do... Oh, what's your problem? Wait, are you that one lady? Oh, she's fine. You should see if you can talk to her.
Who?
Tell her her wife is fine. This lady next to me, Marie Calendar.
My love. Oh, my beautiful, sweet love. I do worry about her. I hope she's safe. I hope they're
I feel like there was
well.
a lever
How was
behind
that?
a statue. Something. Nothing.
No.
What? I didn't touch anything. I didn't fucking touch anything. I didn't do anything. Racism. Because I'm a damn elf. They
Alexander. He was true to his
loot.
word. I'll give him that.
Okay. So maybe it's like on the path of blood, yeah?
Maybe it is.
I pledge my life, Lucian. Please return.
Hi.
Something closed the door.
Wait, did you go through there and now the door's closed?
Yeah, the door closed.
Oh, well, let me open it for you. I can't open it. It cannot be picked. Well, look for a lever. Or, something. You know what? I'm gonna look at the journal.
Yeah, good idea.
There we go. Boop, 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 boop.
I thought you were right behind me, so that's why I went ahead
mean,
and
I
went through.
kind of what the guy, the brother
Oh,
Lyle
he stopped you.
me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can just teleport too. It's not that big of a deal.
It's true.
But you can also teleport out if there's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so the mistake boy should be here. Approach the path of blood. There we go. To pass the path of blood, we must place the charged source amulet in a mechanism on a pillar to the left of the chamber with Lucian's statue. Then read the scroll of atonement. So, is your necklace charged?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't be wearing it, though. Or maybe I should. I don't know.
Well, I think you're going to place it on something. But hey, fortunately, there are dead bodies in here, so, you know, I'm just going to come in.
Yeah, you should.
There, a switch.
Where?
What?
Oh, there.
Oh. That's not a switch, that's a button.
There, a switch.
Okay. So I think you should look at this button. There's a slot in it.
Alright.
There's a curious-looking panel discreetly. There's a slot in the center of the button. The amulet fits the slot perfectly. The mechanisms around it begin to glow with source.
Okay, I guess I'll read now.
Mm-hmm.
The button slowly sinks into the wall, as if pushed by an invisible hand. The source fades from the amulet, consumed by the inner mechanisms of the button.
Ooh.
Gears turn behind the ancient walls, almost like they're acknowledging the words you spoke. A nearby hatch in the floor unseals itself.
Cool.
Looking at this, I'd say we're close to Lucian's body.
Yeah, but I don't want to get my shoes all bloody. But alright. Oh. Hey.
Okay.
Waypoint? Alright.
Oh, hi, Karen.
Oh. Oh. Hey!
Remember me?
Yes?
I owe you my thanks for paving the way. When we made our little deal, I had no idea of the things you had done. I had no idea who you really were. Do you know who you really are?
No.
You think you're the divine in waiting, but you're just another pawn. A stooge for Ahu and the Seekers, those arch traitors. They're the enemies of divinity, and so God-woken are you. I am the only one left who can save Lucian. I am his holy warrior. I am the one true loyalist. I am the truth. I am the real. You are wrong. You are the mistakes. All of you are the mistakes.
Nod in agreement. It's hard to be crazy.
What do you think?
First one?
Yeah.
Oh, no, well, the second one. I didn't read the whatever part. Let's try to be nice to
that's
him.
true. That's true. Whatever. Yeah.
Whatever.
A razor smile unfolds upon his lips, but his
Okay.
eyes are gone. The light in them has turned black. Any time he may have had as a sane and functional human is well and truly over.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yes, my Lord Lucian, I'm coming. I'll free you. I'll protect you. I'm coming, my lord. I'm coming, Lucian. I'm coming. I'm coming right after I...
Okay. So,
it's
it seems like it's gonna be a fight.
That is a fight time. Alright, let me save. And let me stand near to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
He's already bleeding.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay.
Huh. He also appears to not have any armor of any kind.
Yeah, there's that too.
Does he suck? Or is he magic? Okay. Okay. That's it?
Okay. Yeah, this guy just kind of sucks.
Hey, do you just suck? Okay if you do, but you have to tell us. Or it's entrapment.
Okay.
So they couldn't kill him? Alright.
What am I gonna fight with now?
Oh. Wait, what are you gonna fight with now?
Oh. There's Seva, the mini-faced in
Seva?
here. And a June Frozen Heart. Okay.
Wait, they were in there too. They were in the prison.
Yeah.
I remember their bodies being there. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's more. Ura the Snake Charmer. Sahun Woundbinder. Oh, I should get into combat, huh?
Yeah, Fawn probably should too. What if I could shoot through the wall? Nope. No. That's interrupted. It didn't. Why'd you shoot anyway? On. You can't assassinate when your path's interrupted. You're crazy.
It's pretty crazy, Fawn. All these guys are undead, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. Healing should also work.
I wonder how much damage a blessing an undead does.
I don't think blessing does any.
Okay.
Healing, however, does quite a bit. Yeah, we tried it on Fort Joy, remember? And then it was like,
yeah.
thank you, now I'm blessed. Hashtag blessed. And then he was hashtag blessed. Damn it, he's crippled.
I didn't want to cripple him.
I know. It's like an automatic stat on your crossbow.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Rupture tendons last for 3 turns. How do you fight in this game? Let's see. I guess I just stab people?
Yeah, yeah.
They're pretty unimaginative, but let's give it a go.
Right where I want you.
Really? Really? What's that? Mm.
Prepare yourself.
Enemy targets too far. Not true. You're lying. The target is not too far.
Too far for what? Restoration?
Cleanse wounds. I thought it would be close enough. Forget it was
Oh.
close range, but no,
Yeah, it's like real close.
very, very close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's melee range.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's fine.
Right where I want.
This skeleton's having a bad turn.
Such a bad turn.
Oh, God. I almost feel sorry for him. But I'm too busy feeling sorry for this guy. Hmm. Did you miss? Oh, what a loser.
What a loser.
What a just straight up loser. Cool. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Glad we got a little fight in. Okay, so now we're in Lucian's tomb. Hey, you think we're about to beat the game?
It's very possible.
Oh, here's some stuff. I've seen pictures of Lucian. This does not look like him.
No.
Oh, his body is gone. Because of course Dallas has been everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is this shit?
We got magic barriers.
Puzzle time. Okay. What is this?
Strange pipework.
Okay. Blessed water. Blessed
Goodness.
fire. Oh, what was that?
Thunder.
What is that? Oh.
Yeah. Storms are coming in, so, you know, if I disappear.
Yeah. It sounded like when somebody like takes a like a big floppy saw and starts like wobbling it back and forth.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, how people foley thunder.
Yeah. That's true, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So altar time? Oh. No?
The blessed altar seems to want to be touched.
It wants to be touched.
Please. Oh, it's been so long and my husband altar never touches me anymore. But he's out of town. Come on, Losa. Just place your hand on me. Nobody has to know.
In the space beyond the altar, the pipework shifts.
Puzzle. Are you
Love
seeing what I'm
puzzles.
seeing?
I'm seeing your dialogue.
Oh, you're not seeing the puzzle screen.
I'm not seeing. Well, do another puzzle. Do another. Do a thing.
Do another puzzle, do a thing. What do you say?
Like, I mean, I assume you can operate the puzzle?
Yes.
From whatever you're doing? Yeah, do it.
Yes. Oh, okay.
And I'll look at the puzzle instead of looking at your screen.
Okay, let's see. Looks like bless fire, maybe? And blood? And fog? Oh no, let me just turn this in. Okay, I can't reach the valves. Oh, so this is just for the view and that's it. Oh, no, I can turn them. Never mind. It's not the valves. Okay. Okay.
I think the valves are good. I think we just need to get the stuff going. Yeah, so I can see what you're doing, just not what you're seeing to do it, I guess. And I assume that for you, there's also no substance.
Yeah, no substance coming through yet.
Okay. I get it.
Wait, what do you get? Oh, blood.
Wait for it.
Less blood. Let's see.
There it is.
Nice.
Don't ask me for more, because I'm out of blood and out of source. I mean, that's not true. I have plenty of blood, but I am out of source. Let's get things cozy in here. A little fire. Yeah.
Use for that. Okay. I'm just gonna mix the two though. Alright, let's turn it this way if we can. Also, don't know if these four-way directions are going to make any issues or not.
Yeah.
Okay, that should connect the blood. This fog, I'm not so sure about. Don't have a turning point there. Hmm. Hmm.
The shaders on the blessed blood were not meant to be viewed in tactical mode.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
That should
Lucian. We did the thing with
technically
the
connect to
amulet.
fire. Yeah, come on.
Why you gotta make us do block puzzles?
Okay, so I guess we have to go down there to turn the valves. Because I try to activate them, it says can't reach.
I don't know. I don't know how we would. These are blocked off. I don't think I can yeah, I can't teleport or anything.
Hmm.
Can you turn into a liquid? I can, if you can do that, I can put you into the pipe. Let's try this. Really? Just you jerks? All right.
If I quit puzzle, is it going to keep things where I had them?
You want me to save?
Sure.
Just in case. Okay.
What happens if I lay my hand
The
upon
altar
this?
seems to respond. Beyond it,
Oh, yeah.
something creaks, as if the
Put your hands
pipework
on
was
it.
moving. The sound comes from beyond the altar, but also echoes and gurgles behind.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, yeah, it did it.
Oh,
So here we go.
okay.
Simulation start. Oh.
This is not what I expected.
Yeah. Okay.
But at least we can start it.
Yeah. Do you want me to take a screenshot of this? Would that be helpful? So it'll be easier to make the changes.
Yeah. Okay, so these cross pieces do not work the way I thought they did.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it would go every way.
Yeah, but
But then
apparently it
goes
just
straight through
continues.
both ways.
Yeah, whatever direction it was already going, it will just continue in that direction.
Right.
Okay.
But does not mix, which is good.
Yes, that is good. They can block off, but they don't mix. So technically, they could use the same cross piece. That is good to know. Okay.
Really, cross pieces are just a free space.
The cool stone seems to beg to be touched.
What happens if I wipe the slate clean?
Things move once more, as if returning to their original position.
Ah,
Then the
resets
rests.
it.
Behind you, the sound echoes away.
Do you want me to load?
No, that should be okay. Fresh start might be okay.
To be touched.
Alright.
In the space beyond the altar.
Okay. So, now I know how this works. You know what? Let's actually have this run this way. Okay, that'll be up. That way. That should be fog. Alright. Now, fire is a little trickier, as fire often is.
Mm-hmm.
Opposite way. Way.
Oh, it's alright. I'm a fully fledged pyromancer.
Down through there. Turn this way. Goes through there. Oh, easy. Okay. That's fire. Now blood. Let's see. I have to turn this way. Okay. Not using this one, I think. It goes straight down. Like that way, that way. Oh, that one's being used for the fire, though. Okay. Let's do it this way. Oh, wait, no, the fog's using this one. Damn it. Hmm. 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 Mm-hmm. And what if I ran this that way? Let's try. I would free these up. Okay, so that goes there. Through there. Oh, fire's using that one too. Hmm.
Fire just uses everything.
It really does. Okay, okay. Let's... Ooh. Okay, let me go ahead and
The altar seems to respond.
set these going.
A blessed stone altar in the space beyond.
Oh, did it stop once I viewed the puzzle?
It appeared to, yeah.
The altar seems to respond.
Oh. Okay. Oh, blood stops right there.
Yeah, that's the one I haven't done yet, and I was rerouting the fog, so that's not doing anything yet either. The fire should go all the way, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A
Alright.
blessed stone in the space beyond the...
Okay, and that reset the paths, but alright, so the fire goes through. Alright, we turn the fog back this way. That should be right for the fog. What am I to do? Yes, is this blood?
Bless us with blood.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Oh, okay. No, it's not gonna quite work because it can't turn here, even though it's a cross piece. Maybe they'll just be nice and give it to me. No. I think I can turn it around. I think I can do that, and then use that. Okay. I think this is it. Let's find out.
Okay. Yeah.
The altar seems to respond.
Here we go. Wait, I have the fog facing the wrong way.
Oops.
Reset.
Space beyond.
Here. Okay. Now, try it again. Let's go. Oh, I forgot. Didn't have that piece turned for the fog. Well, I didn't have it after all. Let me make sure this blood works, though.
Yeah. A trial run.
Yep. Okay. So what am I to do with this fog?
Let's see. You... Seems like you'll have to reroute it and the blood.
Yeah. Okay, so
Find it convenient that you can't view the entire puzzle all at once.
Uh-huh. You can when you touch the altar.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Ooh, okay. Got a route for the blood, I think.
A
Let's just
blessed stone altar. The cools in the space beyond the...
Yeah, you get an overhead view when you start the puzzle mode. So I think I can run it this way. And then fire goes straight up, right. This would cross through the fire. Then this would turn up. And then this would turn that way. Okay. So that's the blood. Blood is routing over to the right now, which means I have this path available for the fog. So, there, up through there. It goes through that. And then... Ooh! There it is. think this is like actually it.
In the space
Okay.
beyond the
Let's find out.
altar
Let's
seems
go.
to
There it is.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Aha.
Mm-hmm.
What manner
Puzzles.
of bullshit awaits next? The line of anguish.
Oh boy.
Alright. Let's go. Oh, good. There's a door with a face.
Of
Love a
course.
good face door.
Hi.
Venture no farther. Only death lies beyond.
Oh yeah?
Your door, what do you know?
Blood need not be spilled. Bones need not be broken. Preserve thyself and flee.
Okay. Just
But I
turn
want to
around.
continue.
To cross this threshold
Okay.
is to plunge into thy grave. Do not decide in haste.
but let me in though.
Very well. Embrace thy fate.
Okay, thanks. You're really making a big deal over this.
Seriously. Oh, do I have to do it too? No, but I don't wanna. Okay, man. Alright, thank you.
Hey, we've got traps.
The death room.
It's the death room.
Alright. So, like,
Look out.
did we not put the amulet in? I thought we didn't have to do this shit.
Apparently we do.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
I was just trying to get past this trap. I didn't expect all y'all to come out. What is this about?
I guess they want to kill us.
I guess.
Well, more power to them, I suppose.
Moving to involuntary death assistant.
What the fuck? You activating traps? Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Oh, it's gonna be like all that, huh? Alright. What, really?
Another one. How many more could there be?
Quite a fun. Nobody asked you.
Yeah, but he doesn't like it.
Oh, damn.
Moving to rapid descent cranial disruptor.
Rapid descent cranial disruptor. Wait, how much movement speed do you have? Damn.
Seriously.
Really?
Moving to orifice manipulator. Moving to assistant.
Okay. So you guys just get like all the movement speed, huh? Oh, keep running. Just ran himself right into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Quite literally.
Okay, there's one there and one there. Okay.
Moving. Hazardous concoction generator. Hazardous concoction vessel generated. Noxious.
Another one. How many more could there be?
This is a puzzle.
I don't know.
Hmm. What?
Moving to reinforcement deployer.
No, not reinforcement deployer.
Reinforcements deployed.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, he said all reinforcements deployed, right? So. Well, that one was asleep.
Oh, he was. I wasn't paying attention. Oops. Here, go back to sleep. Dixie there. Okay.
They just keep coming. Look around. There's got to be a way to make them stop.
Yeah, there probably is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Moving to noxious atmosphere.
Really?
Moving to rapid disintegrating disruptor.
Really? Really?
Hmm.
I hate the source system in this game.
It's not the best.
It's really not the best.
What are you doing?
Who's that?
Moving to hazardous concoction generator.
Bone spider?
Concoction vessels generated.
Close fire.
Coming. Look around. There's got to be a way
You
to make
sleep.
it stop.
Oh. Huh. So... all these things have names.
Oh, they do.
What were the 3 things for Lucian?
Those were, if I can actually look in my bag. Can't look in my bag because it's not my turn.
Judgment, intuition, grace. Can I look in your bag?
Okay, fearlessness wasn't one. I'll remember what they are when I see them. Zeal wasn't. I just won't remember the order. Didn't see. Nobility might have been one, but I don't think so. Fortitude was probably. Fortitude was probably one.
What was Brio one? What is Brio?
Unity.
Empathy.
Order was
Harmony.
one. Pretty sure order
Order
one.
was one. Okay, you right.
Mercifulness, lawfulness? No, I don't think so. Grace. Mercilessness. Righteousness.
Wrongtiousness. Actually,
Tuition.
righteousness was one, wasn't it?
Judgment. Was it? Might have
Maybe.
been. Might have been.
Authority?
Knowledge. Authority, I think, was one. Not sure about harmony. Empathy. Hmm.
Potency? No. Gravitas? No. Wisdom. Yarrick.
Discipline might have been one.
Yeah.
Like I said, I will look in my bag once it's my turn, because I have the notes still.
Oh, right. It is currently my turn.
Yes.
Is it not?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, well, let's try pulling some of these. Let's see. Am I close to one? What am I close to? Knowledge? No. Where was order? Was that on this side? Discretion. Oh, good. You can just hold down Alt. Alright. That makes it easier. Oh, but only if you're near it. Damn it. Okay. Brioche. Type of bread. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna delay them since we don't know.
Yeah. Okay, Fan, can you look in Close's bag, please? Okay. Let's see. Magister's mottos.
There it is.
Purity of mind. Order
Okay.
of society. Discipline of body. And loyalty to the divine. So, purity.
4. Okay.
Order. Oops, I did not mean to close it. Let me just screenshot this. So purity, order, discipline, and loyalty. And no
Okay.
order is one. So yeah, discipline's there.
And what about Brio? Or Yarek? Okay. Xenogogery?
Apparently.
I don't even know what that means.
I
Great,
don't
now I have to look
either.
it up. Xenogogery. Not demagoguery.
Righteousness.
I mean, I can guess it has something to do with foreigners.
Yeah.
Oh. A xenagogue is a tour guide. And xenagogy, I guess, is a guidebook. And that is an extremely rare word.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I do not see purity.
You see
don't know.
something about mind? Is mind one? Purity is on here, right? We're just missing it.
Was the loyalty
Potency.
one?
Zeal. Yarick. Quality?
Unity,
Right,
quality.
Order. Steadfastness. Purple. Valor. Unity. Candor. Fortitude. Are there... Could it be like a synonym? Mercifulness, lawfulness, righteousness, mercilessness. Kumquat, intuition, brioche.
Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing them all. So maybe
But
that's not
purity
the
is
answer.
not one.
No, nor is what was it? Loyalty. I don't see loyalty either.
What?
So I guess that's not the answer.
But it's the only thing that makes sense.
I don't know.
Well, why don't we just try order and see what happens?
Yeah. Where was that one again?
I think it's toward the back. Candor, fortitude, unity, tenaciousness. Yeah, here.
Okay. Okay. Do I have a teleport right now?
Moving to Orifice Manipulator.
Orifice manipulator. I'd rather you didn't.
That's what I was about to do. Ow.
My orifice feels manipulated. Okay. What did it do? Is the answer Yarick? The discipline was also here, right?
Yes.
Discretion. You remember where?
Discipline? I think it was over close to this door. Here.
Ah, cool. Mm-hmm. Let's start making our way downtown.
Moving to Bovine Empathy Simulator.
Bovine Empathy Simulator? Now you're just being funny. I don't... Oh, God, you're not being funny. If Fawn became cow. Bone Widow. Oh, are we all cows?
We're all cows.
God damn it. I hate that. Oh, we can still move.
And we can still move.
We can still move. Oh. Or can we? Okay, I guess we can't move. I mean, we can move. But that's all we can do. Okay. Gotta say, guys, not a fan of puzzles in general. Could certainly deal without this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, Bone Spider's not a cow.
Yay! Bone Spider also can't use levers.
Also,
correct?
why is Bone Spider up here? How'd that happen?
Oh, because they initiated corporeal transposition simulator or whatever.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, get it?
I can't get past cows. Bone Spider's useless.
Oh. There it is. Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's an engine. How foolish of me. Okay. Alright, guys.
Frozen Bone Spider.
Frozen Losa. I mean, presumably.
If we killed them all,
Presumably.
it'd be over, right?
I was gonna say if we just let them go oh, if Fawn's just dead from Death Fog. Cool.
Oh, fun.
No, I was gonna say presumably if we just let them keep pulling levers, then it would eventually just win. Yeah?
Yeah.
But I feel like we're on to something with these, so. Oh, which one did you pull?
Knowledge. Wanted to see what happened.
Ah. Yeah, so I guess the traps are just every other switch. Okay.
Yeah.
oxygen generator.
I need y'all to chill the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Okay. No, never mind. I don't want to do that. Discipline, yeah.
Yeah.
Glory is mine. I don't think that was the right lever.
Okay.
Hmm.
You think it's Yarrick?
I mean, you can try it.
No, I think it's Yarrick. Fearlessness, discretion. Nobility. Potency. Zeal. Ah.
Do we need a walkthrough?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go.
What are we looking at?
Five levers bearing the initials that spell power. In this case,
Oh.
potency, order. Oh god, potency is one of them. Potency, order, wisdom, empathy, and righteousness. The sequence does not matter.
Oh. Huh. Okay. Do we want to load?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Volgathon's not my favorite.
No, and also one character can turn invisible or sneak and activate all the levers while the other characters are in battle. With the initial Muppets. So. If I'm
Sneak King
Sneak
Thon.
Boy, right?
That's you're not
Yeah.
a fawn. Get out of that rock, Losa.
Losa, you look stupid. Here's a
Venture no
here's a
foul
map
blood need not be spilled to cross very well.
for your viewing pleasure.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome. I feel like our thing was that would have been a better puzzle.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Look out. I see a trap nearby.
Oh.
Oh. So much for sneaking.
Okay. Let's just get them.
Let's just get
do them. Stop doing that. The righteousness is pretty accessible. All of Sabine hit up empathy, wisdom, and potency. She can move pretty far.
Yeah. That was close. Should have put the fun farther, but that's fine.
All right. Okay, wisdom is here? Yeah.
Something happened, I think.
Mm-hmm. Potency. Come on. Just one left. Could you not? Come on. Ah.
This lever works. I felt something shift behind it. Something's happening. That must have been the last
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Easy. So I guess that's something that Aru would have normally explained, or maybe did
Probably.
explain, but it's
Yeah.
just been a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
must be getting closer to Lucian's crypt.
The truth
There
hangs
we
heavy
go.
upon the air
Oh.
itself, unspoken. This is the point of no return.
You've been done, and you're not quite ready. Come back to your destiny, Lay.
There is no
I think we're ready, right?
I think so. I mean, I don't think selling a bunch of shit's going to help at this point.
No, I don't think so either. We in the end game now. Oh, hold on. A nervous thumbs up. Oh, thanks, squirrel.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Hi.
Here often. I don't know what you did, but you just released a source flood. I thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble. Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it. Don't underestimate the power of true prayer. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of thousands. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained.
Okay.
Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but you do you.
Melody wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere reverence.
Looks like my investment's paid off after all.
I need worship only one divine, and I believe she stands before me now.
Guys, we're not
You've
gonna.
shown me kindness
Okay.
in the face of my sins. My worship is the least I can offer.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention, but you've turned the tables. I suppose it's only right, seeing as how a new divinity may stand before me.
Now go. Rivellon needs a new divine.
Oh. Okay. Oh, we are revered.
Ooh.
For the power of your allies praying for you. Their devotion is providing you with infinite source. Holy shit. Equip all your source skills.
Yeah, actually.
This is the moment. Also, Apathesis doesn't mean quite as much now.
Nope. Ifan only ever got one source ability, and that was Farsight.
Oh, have fun. Source ability is just not very good, are they?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Guess I have mine. Oh, look at Beast. Oh, Beast actually has quite a few. I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good too. Okay.
So, what do we do?
I guess we
Oh,
walk.
we go. Okay. Hi.
Godwoken.
Hi.
Oh, Lucian, hello.
So much for you being dead.
Yeah, you're not dead. You have almost 10,000 hit points, you jerk.
Dallas told me about you. You must be as hard as diamonds and twice as bright to have come so far.
I thought your stats would be higher.
Your divine welcomes you.
Okay.
The divine you thought dead lords over the chamber from a granite throne. He moves to speak, but it's Riedeman's voice that next pierces the air.
What a twist.
Alright, Shyamalan.
Lucian frowns at Riedemann, then bestows a benevolent smile upon you. All that you know of him flashes across the panorama of your mind.
I underestimated you, Godwoken. You have proven to be a formidable foe. You have my respect.
Respect? Indeed.
Indeed.
Lucian's gaze rests upon you and goes through you. He takes your measure entirely.
Lucian, we should tell the Godwoken the truth.
Yes, I agree. It is time we dropped our masks.
Dallas nods, then reaches for the sides of her head. Where there was one face, suddenly there are four. She takes off the mask of the shapeshifter. A skull is revealed.
Oh, of course.
And ancient as the void.
Yeah.
I am eternal.
Aren't they just full of surprises?
You think the first one is sarcastic?
I doubt it.
Damn.
Fear not, Godwoken. Dallas is on the side of all that is good. She is helping me rid Rivellon of the influence of the Source. Listen to her.
I shall tell you the tale as I told it to Lucian. Long ago, the scholar Fane discovered that the veil between the world and the void was made of Source. Our 7 lords desired this power.
Of course.
Not a Fredman.
Silence.
Tired of this yes man over here.
Our king forbade the 7 to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the king and his people into the void.
With the source they stole from the Veil, the Seven created the races so they would have worshippers.
During their lives, worshippers collect souls. When they die, the gods feed from them. It's an ingenious system.
Our souls are nothing but vats for the source-hungry gods.
The Seven made a mistake. By taking its source, they tore a hole in the veil, and it is through this hole that the void finds its way into our world.
The Seven's lust for power let in the void. Our goal is to close the hole they created, to restore the source to the veil. When we are done, there shall be no more source in the world. Rivellon will be finally free from the gods that enslaved them.
It's fine. Source is kind of useless.
Yeah, I'm chill with that. Wouldn't closing the hole in Dallas's doom Dallas's king and people to endless void?
My people cannot be allowed to return from the void. They are tarnished. They are void-woken. They can only bring chaos and death and...
There is more, but she hesitates to share it. Then she decides that she must.
I was a child when the God King tore my family apart. I was purged of source and left to rot in a putrid tomb. A child. It was hell. A hell I suffered for the sins of my father. He was the one that betrayed the God King. He was the one that told the Seven the secrets of the Veil. The cruel joke of it all is that the same tomb that housed my tortured body is what sheltered me from the void. Few Eternals escaped that fate. Myself, my mother, and my father, the scholar Fane.
Oh shit.
But now I finally have revenge. Revenge on the Seven and the God King. Revenge for what they took from me. My life. My people. My mother.
The hammer's voice falters and her coolness vanishes. Every crack and rasp betrays her grief. But her next words burn not with sadness, but anger.
He never even looked for me. He never even looked for her!
Dallas, control yourself. Our purpose transcends your personal wounds.
Yes. You are right.
Dallas's reasons weren't mine to question. All that ever mattered to me was peace. Peace for Rivellon. Peace for me, whatever the means. And now, we are on the precipice.
Okay.
She sacrificed herself for the betterment of Rivellon.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
She didn't do it willingly, mind you. Curiosity
Oh.
led her to the tomb. My hunger for source took care of the rest. I presume her bones remained there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took her place. Face rippers are such marvels, aren't they? It didn't take long to realize that Lucian was the key to my vengeance, and I was the key to the salvation of Rivellon.
My responses are becoming increasingly more unavoidably against this.
Yeah. Like, if we had the choice, I'd be all about just like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like, yeah, whatever. Look, no, neither of us want to do it, so.
Yeah.
Slurp, slurp.
You shut up.
Shut up, Fredman.
Can we kill this fucker?
Yeah, we need to kill
You have the
Friedman.
sword, right?
Yeah.
Who has the sword? Do I have it? Do you have it?
I have it.
Okay.
One more word from you, and I shall use the leash.
Uh-oh.
I had to hide
Use
from
it.
the gods.
Damn.
So I had the walls of this crypt equipped with tenebrium and protections put in place. It worked. Everyone, even the gods, thought me dead.
Cool.
As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the void. I was the avatar of the Seven, their strength and their weakness. My bond to them allowed me to drain them of their source.
Maggot, I am no slave.
All right.
I am Brachus Rex.
Brachus.
I am the Source King.
All right.
With a flick of her wrist, Dallis sends a jolt through Brachus's body. He writhes in pain.
Don't worry, he's well under control. He's made a fine servant. Isn't that right, ingrate? I used him to find the Ateran. When we're done, I'll release him from his duty and free him from his pain. Until then...
Dallis punctuates her statement with another wrist flip. Brachus shudders, but his lips remain curled in a self-satisfied grimace.
I do not expect you to approve of my means, only the ends.
We are not afraid of being the villain to your supposed hero. We're not nice. We're just right.
I like that line.
Yeah. That sounds like something I would say.
Yes, it does.
Takes it right to ally with the Source King to steal the god's source. Or remain silent.
The Ateran
Okay.
now contains almost all of the source the Seven stole. Soon, we will be able to heal the Veil.
Heal the
The
veil.
void shall be banished, and I, Lucian the Divine, shall return from the dead. A
Hey.
false divine, of course. I shall have no power, but the world will not know this. I shall demand peace, and we shall have it.
Hey.
The plan is almost complete.
We
Hey.
have made so many sacrifices, Godwoken. All of us. Of ourselves and those we love. One last sacrifice is required. For the future of Rivellon, you must surrender your source.
Decide. Be the true hero and give up your source, or be forced to submit. Like a coward. Like a slave.
There is no other way. The source of the world is required to close the veil. All of the source. We only lack yours.
Giving up on source renders one a silent monk. Mark that their plan means there should be no true divine. Shake your head, that's enough. Wave them along, fine, let's get this over with. Enough is enough. Well, I suppose the first one is
Yeah.
As
a point
I
of
said,
interest.
one last sacrifice is required. Yours.
Huh. Lucian's massacre of the masters and the student of the academy wasn't really done to aid Alexander. I don't really care about that. Heard enough lies?
Hmm.
I'm not sure that they're lying.
I really don't think they are.
Good. You understand.
The world shall not know this. I shall return from the grave, a divine without power, yet all who desire power shall fear me. I shall carry the secret of my lack of divinity. Peace shall reign.
I think people might notice that you're not glowing.
Mm-hmm.
hurry them along. I don't really know what that
Maybe?
means in this context.
I know.
Well,
We
let's...
already had more than enough Godwoken.
Another sacrifice I was forced to make. Those beautiful people. I was as kind as I could be. I promise you that.
Okay.
Then let us proceed.
Oh.
Show some responsibility. Surrender your source.
You'll be a hero. Everyone will know of the sacrifice you'll make.
Hey,
Your name will be synonymous with the survival of Riverlawn.
Don't let them do this to us.
The last time I obeyed Lucian, countless innocents died. Surrender my source. He should surrender his life.
Whoa,
I feel like we
huh?
gotta listen to our boys, right?
Our boys really don't like this.
Guess it's decision time. Whatever you feel is the thing. I guess agreeing with them means we all die? Or we all
Is
become...
that an ending?
Maybe. Just save here.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do. You know it is. The sacrifice is worth the prize.
Good.
Yes, very good.
She raises what looks like a leash. A chuckle emerges from beneath Vredeman's hood. The chuckle becomes a guffaw, booming and hateful. Dallis flicks her wrist.
Of course.
Nothing happens.
Oh, Dallas. Sweet, simple Dallas.
How? What? The leash is cut!
A bright observation from a
What?
bilious imbecile. You know people often become sloppy when they're close to achieving their dream. You left the leashing wand next to me, you stupid maggot. So accustomed had you become to me, pretending to be your slave.
Kill him.
Do shut up, you tedious buffoon. And don't look so surprised. As if I would allow a bone bag to enslave me. Me! Yes, I am the one true king of the Source. He who shall be God of the Source. It is time for my divinity! Or did you really think I'd play slavishly along with your ridiculous scheme, Dallas? Yes, I played my part of the servile stooge. But know this. It was only about the power of divinity.
Kill him now.
Too late, you moldering, blight-stained pigs.
I don't have any of these.
Power, my ally. God King, I call on you.
Oh.
Okay.
Well. Oh.
God King hears my call.
Why are you talking to a phone?
The phone. You.
I see. Healed.
Yeah. Isbiel. Sallow man.
Hmm.
A third person. Chem.
Of course it's Chem.
It's Chem. Lucian. Get him. So... But... You can just go... go pop him one, right? You only need one hit.
Yeah.
Ooh, hashtag blast?
Okay, so I would first have to equip the weapon.
Right. You probably want to get near him first, right?
Yes. Let's see. Hmm.
Oh, I see. We're not blessing Sabine, huh? Okay. Cool. You just teleported the divine.
Yep.
Like a dork.
Okay.
You have enough to do it?
Changing equipment takes skill points to do, right?
I think so. I feel like it only takes one, right?
Yeah, it took one. That's a cool sword.
That is a cool sword.
But I do not have
You
enough to attack now.
Okay. Well, it looks like actually you go before Brachus. You're actually in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
If you have AP, I would say just save it.
Yeah.
In fact, everyone who goes is an ally. So you're actually, except for the Sallow Man. So you're actually good. Assume dragon form.
Good.
Whoa. Wait. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn. Well, you seem to have things over there pretty under control. I'm gonna kick Kem's ass some more. Because why not?
Good idea.
What? Won't be like that. Hurts. He's got a pretty cool sword too.
Yeah. Plague.
Plague. Well, feeling awfully silenced right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dallas, cut that shit out. Alright. What you got?
Right. Here we go. It broke. Was that not who we should use it on?
Maybe we had to whittle him down first.
Oh, yeah, it broke on his armor. Okay, do we want to load? When was the last time we saved?
Yeah. It'll probably bring us to the start of the fight, which is not a big
That's
deal.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the armor. That's gotta be it.
I say we take out his armor and then we know it did like 1200, so let's just get him down, get his health down, unless his health like auto regenerates or something.
Yeah.
And then
It's the right thing to do. You know
finish
it
him
is.
off with it.
The sacrifice is worth the prize.
Good.
Yes.
She raises one.
How?
You let him do. Yes. Or did you really? It was okay.
Kill him now.
Too late, you moldering blight.
God damn it.
Pigs. Grant me power, my ally. God. The God King hears my call.
Oh, you're talking to a fawn again? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Come to the Source King.
Damn. I think it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Already plaguing, huh?
Already.
Hashtag blessed, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll do this move again. This time.
Alright, as much as I want to beat up on Chem, well, I guess I should really be going to assist with the Brachus situation.
Possibly so.
Yeah. Hey, Brachus. Brachus, I'm beginning to think that everyone hates you.
Mm-hmm.
You're just doing all sorts of plague, aren't you?
Let's try. I'll save that for later.
What?
Some of my source skills.
Oh, yeah. Hmm. Okay. Which do I have right now? And this is assisted by physical. Okay. Okay. Nice.
It's nice.
I swapped my HP with Brachus,
Ooh.
dealing about 6,000 damage.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I am pretty much the best.
Hell yeah.
And now... do I do the funny thing and teleport him? Probably not, right?
Where would you teleport him?
Just away. He's got ruptured tendons. But also, he is surrounded by people here, so I won't.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? That's not the funny thing. This is the funny thing.
That's
there
true.
It is. That was pretty funny. I don't know if this man's gonna make it till your next turn.
Yeah.
Hi, Kraken. Fate of the Sworn. Oh, who's over here now? You lie.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys get to go immediately? Well, that's unfortunate. Oh. I see. I see. Beast died.
Poor beast.
Glory is mine.
Would you let us use the damn sword on this man? Tornado? Guys, seriously. We want to use it. Oh, alright.
Wait, what did it do? It teleported him.
No, Lucian killed him.
Oh, okay.
Killed Brachus.
Looks to you.
To me.
The future of all that is depends on you, and you alone.
Oh, but Beast is dead.
Hmm.
About power, I mean. I was always
Oh.
kidding myself that I could only help
Back.
my people if I were free. Lead them by example, you know. Thing is, I can never be free. So I must choose the dwarven people's liberty in exchange for my own. I know you'll have my back when I return to them, just like I've got yours.
Uh-huh. Wait. What?
I don't exactly know what he's suggesting here.
Beast bows in return. There's no denying the glint in his eye. Whatever the future holds, he is game for it.
Okay, so he doesn't know what's going on either. He just wants to know that we got each other's backs.
Before we go any further, I have to tell you something.
Yvonne, you want
you're
fire.
on fire.
But it's like good fire though, so
I just can't put the interests of one individual above the fate of all Rivellon. I've made that mistake before, and we all know how well it turned out.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. We don't want to fight.
Yeah, we gotta stick together.
Fucking stick together.
At one time, I thought we could.
What are you
What?
saying, Yvonne?
Yvonne.
But I was wrong.
Yeah.
I need to face this end alone.
Yvonne? Are we gonna have to kill your ass?
We might have to. I don't.
Because we'll do it. Look, man, I've been shitting on you this whole game. You think I'm gonna stop now?
Right? Hmm. I'll ensure that I'll use the divinity for good, but I just won't use it.
Yeah, if I were to use it.
I've trusted before, and been burned by that trust. I can't do it again.
Ifan draws his weapon, wordless. His eyes are hard, and his mouth is set in a thin.
Alright.
Okay.
There will be no new divine on my watch.
Well,
we don't
okay,
want one
that's fine.
either.
We don't want.
Alright.
There's
Someone
a
doesn't
lack.
want-
There's a lack of communication here.
Like, you ever have one of those conversations where, like, you feel like you can't be any more clear?
Mm-hmm.
And they're just all like, no, you, my ex-boyfriend Dylan said you.
I wonder if
That's a fun right now.
What if I chose the other option? He'd be like, no, there's not room for two, there's room for none. And wonder if it would go the same way. I don't know.
I want to know if it's going to be everyone in this room against Ifan.
On all that you have seen.
Oh, he's just gone.
He's still there. He's just not on
Hey.
fire.
Oh, no, he's not on our,
Oh,
he's like not
that's
a
what you
member of our
Think of the
party
monsters
anymore.
And the sorcerers they hunted, and of the good and the evil on both sides. You think of how the Eternals came as Voidwoken to reclaim their stolen world. You look at the source around you. The power is immense. Divinity at your fingertips. You think of what you could do with such power. The rights you'd wrong, the wars you'd win. You marvel at your journey and how it has changed you. You think of those you left behind, and of those you met along the way, who stood by you or against you. It's time to
We left
choose
no
your
one
fate,
behind.
and the fate of all you hold
Right?
We killed everyone.
Shall you be divine?
No. I don't want it.
It's not me.
Made.
I'm not. Yeah,
Now
no.
others must make their
Yeah, you take it if
choices
you
too.
want. I'm not doing that shit. I told you.
So it ends.
Wait. The fuck you.
But you said there should be no new divine.
Hold on.
I am victorious.
You what?
What are you saying, Gathan?
And sorry, where's Lucian? He's still alive.
Yeah.
An end to tyranny.
Okay. Well, I have to admit, it's, okay, that was unexpected, but it's still better than last time.
Yes. Yes.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken.
You're dead, you can't talk.
When the dust settled, no new divine had risen. Instead, all source was released into the world for all the people and every creature to share.
Oh, good job, Gathan.
Everyone was now a sorcerer.
Okay, so that is what he wanted. So he wanted what we wanted.
Into the very depths of the void. This ushered in a new golden age of peace and prosperity.
Okay.
But alas, it was not to last.
Of course.
Many greedy for wealth, power, and position, the struggle soon began anew. Source, the very language of creation,
Mice.
was used in violence once more. The never-ending contest for power continued. As for me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the Godwoken failed to seal the veil. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine, in service of the King, until the day I am freed, the day the God King returns.
Hey. But here's
I wanted I wanted to seal the veil, but no one let us.
Raucous Rex had other plans. We get that. We were gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Big question is, where's Beast at?
Melody stands tall and proud.
Oh, he's up here.
Sparkling off her mask.
But he's alive.
She looks almost angelic.
Oh, Nifon's here too.
Oh.
This is pointless, but I'm just gonna level up real quick.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me.
That finesse.
But why stay
Talk to the beast.
Get an eyeful. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time. I have a lot of planning to do, now that there's not to be a new divinity.
She drums her fingers testily on her crossed arms.
All that work, all that effort tossed into the gutter like a malformed child.
Beast is alive. So I'm happy.
Say that now.
Yep.
Let's see how you feel when you realize the true implication of a world filled with sorcerers. Never mind. I'll find another way. I always do.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it, but instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. Sacrificed much. And I'd have given even more to see you fulfill your destiny.
She looks you up and down.
I guess this will have to do. Take a moment, why don't you? Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same. Oh, I don't know, around and about. Treat myself to some mead, a Loverall 300. I'd say we've earned it. Perhaps I'll pass
300,
the course
damn.
again. Perhaps
Damn.
not. Until we find out.
Yeah, but how'd you...
Don't you have somewhere else?
Oh, I wanted to ask how she got the ship so clean. Oh well.
Oh, that's a good question.
You escaped
Magic.
abominable prison and confronted the king of
You don't
all
want to talk to the
gods
ghost of the Red
for
Prince.
divinity to slip your grasp. A rather poetic arc, don't you think? Now that I am clear of mind and free of intruders, I'm wondering if it isn't time to share my learnings with the less enlightened. And to that end, I have a few ideas worth considering. Once I've come to a conclusion, I promise you'll be the second to know. Until we meet again.
The second.
Nah, who knows? This man talks too slow for me to care.
Perhaps I will poop on you. Gonna hit up a fun. See what he has to say for himself. Just snatching the throne.
Where are you at, fun? There you at,
Just
fun.
keep going straight.
Ifan beams at you, his blood-streaked face more jubilant than you've ever seen it. He reaches out and pulls you into a bear hug, clapping you on the back.
We did it. The odds were against us. Hell, the gods were against us. And still we did it.
He reaches out his hand to grasp yours. Sauce crackles between you and in the air all around you. The world has changed.
Now we'll see something. We'll see what happens when everyone can harness their own divinity.
It's not like you can change it now, Losa.
I have regrets.
Me either. I knew it. From the first time I met you, I knew you were special. And this proves it. With a world full of sorcerers, we should be able to make short work of the Voidwoken.
Ifan nods, but his mind is elsewhere already. He looks different somehow. A vestige of command has returned to this ex-soldier.
We'll need supplies. Source-forged steel, war owls, a central command from which to run sorties. What do you think? Is Arx the right location?
Seeing the look on your face, he laughs and shakes his head.
Old habits die hard. But I'm willing to bet these Voidwoken will die harder.
With that, Ifan salutes you. He whistles up his soul wolf and strides off to make arrangements, looking from head to toe every bit a leader of men.
Ifan, are you going to go talk to a barrel?
How are you doing?
I was actually doing it.
That's quite a thing.
Oh.
But don't worry, darling. You're
Well,
still
he did summon his soul wolf.
Oh, he did it.
Who knows? A nice cottage someplace quiet for Mahalia and I. A roaring fire and a feather bed. Maybe. Maybe. But a girl needs some fun, doesn't she? Reform my ways. How adorable. No, I'm afraid I cannot escape who I am and what I've done.
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. She smiles coyly, then slinks forward to kiss you.
Whoa. Chill out, girl.
Almira pouts in disappointment, but it quickly
Oh, you made her pout.
grin.
Oh, no matter. We'll always have our first kiss. I haven't been quite able to put it out of my mind. Just as I'm sure you won't be able to put me out of your mind.
You're trying
I mean,
too
I
hard.
appreciate her confidence, at least.
Hi, Fane.
I suppose it's time for me to
Oh.
explore a new form of eternity.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
I think we did it.
I think we did it.
I guess I'll hit a quick save and I think we might be done.
I think so. I think that's it. Okay, cool. This was really fun.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Stay tuned for Baldur's Gate 3.
Eventually,
When that happens.
whenever it comes out.
Uh-huh. Stay tuned while I play early access for another 90 hours.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you all for watching. And we'll see you next time. In a different video that's not this, because it's over.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.